Hello everyone. Welcome all. I'm Monica Suhasini, English lecturer. I'm here to present a small PPT of the first lesson from 2nd PU English textbook, Romeo and Juliet. Here is a small introduction. Romeo and Juliet is a classical drama written by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was a great dramatist and poet of 16th century, and Romeo and Juliet is one of his greatest tragedies even read now. The first paragraph is a soliloquy by Romeo. Soliloquy is a Latin word which means talking by oneself. Here Romeo speaks to himself when he sees Juliet in a ball on the dance floor. This poem or the extract is from the Act 1, Scene 5 of Romeo and Juliet play. Romeo, who is in search of his beloved Rosalind, when suddenly sees Juliet, he is struck by the extraordinary beauty and instantly falls in love with her and says, "Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright." He feels that her beauty surpasses the brightness of colorful lights in the dark night and teaches the light how to glow bright and radiant like her. She seems to hang upon the cheek of night. Here he goes on saying that she stands out in the night amongst the other faces like how the twilight sun shines in the dark atmosphere. The next line, like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Through this simile, Romeo compares Juliet's matchless beauty to a rich and sparkling jewel in a black Ethiop or African's ear, and this is how she seems to shine in the dark cheek of night. Again in next line, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Further he exclaims at her sacred beauty and considers that as divine and extraordinary by saying that her beauty is too rich for use, for earth too dear. It also implies ironically that she'll be laid in the tomb too early and foreshadows the tragic death. Again Romeo says, "So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows," simply means she is the most beautiful girl among normal girls around her. He imagines in his mind that Juliet looks like a snowy dove, which is the symbol of purity, divinity, peacefulness, while dancing with her companions who are compared to the black crows. The measure done, as he says here, it means the dance. Romeo is truly fascinated by her rare beauty and decides to watch her place of stand on the dance floor, which seems a sacred spot after the dance. In the next line he says, "Touching hers, make blessed my rude hand." Once dance is over, he says, he will go up to her and touch her hand as dancing partners might do before dancing together, and thus make blessed his own poor hand by coming into contact with hers. Never saw true beauty till this night. Romeo concludes his speech by asking whether his heart really loved anyone before he met Juliet. Never saw true beauty till this night. Romeo concludes his speech by asking whether his heart really loved anyone before he met Juliet, as he has never seen such a true and exquisitely beautiful young woman as Juliet. The next paragraph is the soliloquy by Juliet. Juliet stands in her window balcony and waits for Romeo's arrival, because this was their usual place of meet. "Come night, come Romeo, come thou day in night." Juliet invites night, for Romeo can only be seen then. She is attracted to his charming beauty. So she compares him to day in night. For thou wilt lie upon the wings of night. Is the inanimate object is given the quality of a bird raven, which would bring Romeo to her, whiter than a new snow upon a raven's back. Juliet says Romeo would come to her like a day, sitting on a white snow upon a raven's back, which is black in color. The theme is a contrast of black and white. In the next line, she says, "Come, gentle night." She's praising night as gentle, which would bring Romeo to her. Come, loving black broad night. She's comparing night as a person and calling it as a gentle and loving and praising the night as it would bring Romeo to her. Next she says, "Give me my Romeo." That means Romeo usually came to see Juliet in the night to avoid people seeing them meet. So Juliet is asking the night to give Romeo to her. And when he shall die. There is a forethought for Juliet that in near future Romeo would die, and so she utters this, "Take him and cut him into little stars," a line which Juliet figuratively tells Night to cut Romeo after his death into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. She further tells that placing him in heaven by cutting him into little stars will make the face of the heaven beautiful like this, and all the world will be in love with night. People always dislike night as it would bring darkness. So she says, placing Romeo after his death by cutting him into little stars will make the face of heaven so fine that the world will be in love with night. Juliet says this because she wants Romeo to be immortalized and never to be forgotten by the world. This shows the passionate love of Juliet for Romeo, which is so deep and true. The last line, "and pay no worship to the garrison." Here we see people usually love daylight and sunshine, but Juliet says people start loving night as Romeo's presence as little stars there would make the night so beautiful and bright that they would start loving night and pay no worship to the garish or bright sun. Well students, this is the end of this presentation. Hope you all liked. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.